What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today I'm actually a little late to get to this, but we had a data download on the global side, and we got a lot of information from this data download. So let's kind of start off here. We have our good man Proton, who does all these data downloads and compiles them into this nice long tweet thread. So let's kind of go over what we got in the data download here. So it looks like we got the promo movie for the TEQ, LR, RIBRIANNE, KAKUNSA, and ROZIE. It does look like they are the next summonable unit that is coming to the global side, which is kind of what we had expected. We got the awakening for the free-to-play TEQ Trunks from the quest mode. So he's got the TUR now for Super Saiyan Teen Trunks and Super Saiyan Broly, since they are like a combo unit. We got some sub EZAs. Those are gonna be for Frost, Boda, Magetta, and Champa. And then we got some World Tournament Awakenings and EZAs, because unfortunately we have a World Tournament coming up on the 16th, I believe is when it is. So if I do recall, that is, yeah, so it starts next week. So unfortunately we do have a World Tournament coming up. We also have the new quest mode area for 32 stages 5 through 8. So these stages you can actually farm up the EX skill orbs that are specifically for the Trunks and Broly unit. We also got the Super Battle Road stage for 73. That is Planetary Destruction, so that one shouldn't be too hard. They got a lot of really good units on there, so it's not going to be a struggle whatsoever. We got a new support memory boost stage for the androids here for the bond of brother and sister. We got the EZA for STR Jiren, obviously World Tournament number 49. We got some tickets, trade jewels, and event keys. So if we kind of open this, we can see we got the support memory awakening here. We got a couple of the awakenings for the AGL Piccolo Jr., the TEQ TUR of the Trunks and Broly. Obviously we got the LR RIBRIANNE assets in here. So we do have these keys as well. These are I believe this is like the Whis event keys that you are able to purchase. Then we have the silver. So we got like the silver coins here with a 2 on it. So apparently what they did is, instead of just reusing like the other pity coin, they're now adding in I'm guessing like a different number to these, so that way you can't use previous like summon units and try to like sneak your way in and try to get to that like pity. So it's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, they kind of smartened up, and that's what they did with this. So we got these super Dokkan tickets, because there are some missions that are involved with these. So you do these missions, we're gonna get these tickets. We don't know what banner they're for yet. There's no other news about it. So they're in game now, they are live, so all you gotta do is just the missions to complete these. We are gonna get some tickets. Looks like we're getting tickets for RIBRIANNE's banner. Some Extreme Z Awakening tickets for LR Jiren. Let's see, that's just the movie. There's that EZA medals for Jiren, and then the big keys and everything here. Oh, and LRTN and Chaozu from the World Tournament, they're getting their EZA. So let's see, we got the promo movie for LR RIBRIANNE here. We got her assets. So she's dropping on the 15th. So that is next Thursday is when they're coming out. So basically they're coming out next Thursday, and then this next day after that is World Tournament. So that's going to be exciting. And as far as I know, the 9th anniversary part 2 banners are also going to be up next Thursday. So this is just like such an unfortunate drop time, man. Especially for like global players. Like we're getting LR RIBRIANNE while JP is getting part 2 of whatever the anniversary units are. So we got the awakenings for the TUR Trunks and Broly, like I said. Yeah, Frost, Boda Magetta, and Champa, they're getting their sub easy A's. The World Tournament units that are getting easy A's. Super Saiyan Bardock, the TEQ Turles, Physical Kami, and the Physical Super Boo. And then LR Tiana Chaozu, they're gonna get their easy A. These are the new like quest mode stages for stage 5, 6, 7, and 8. I believe it is 6, 7, and 8 are the, or I'm sorry, yeah, I think it's 6, 7, and 8, or 5, 6, and 7. I think are the stages that you can actually get the easy or the EX skill orbs from. So then there's this like little movie within the quest. Obviously we got the Super Battle Road stage for that. We got the support memory boost for that. The medals here, the Jiren medals, the World Tournament stuff, which is unfortunate. Again, the World Tournament starts next Friday, so hopefully you guys are going to be prepared for that. I know I'm not excited at all. I mean, I honestly hate World Tournament, so we'll see how I decide to go about this one. Then we got the Super Dokkan Festival tickets. Again, we don't know what this is supposed to be for yet. There's no banner shown or anything, so we don't know how good this banner is going to be, but at least you can go ahead and like farm these up and just get them ready. Yeah, we got the tickets for LR RIBRIANNE's banner. Looks like it's only one ticket here, so I'm gonna assume it is probably like a 20 unit multi is my guess. Let's see. So these are the Easy A tickets for STR Jiren's banner, the new pity coin system, or the new pity coin, I should say. The event key for, yeah, this is for Whis. Yeah, this is for the Whis event here. New exchange icon, and that looks like it's all about here. So yeah, if we go over here, obviously we can see everything that is coming soon. We'll go over these units real quick. The TEQ Trunks and Broly here, they are going to awaken into an LR. So there's really no point in going over their TUR details because most people aren't even going to use the TUR. I mean, they are a little different. So if you really wanted to farm up like a TUR copy and also like his SSR copy, you can always do that. And the EX skill orbs that you get, you can actually put it on the TUR and the LR. So you have that option there. STR Jiren, he's getting his Easy A. He could have been better. Honestly, they could have done a lot better with him. After his Easy A, he gets Key +2, or his passive is Key +2, attack and defense 200%, medium chance to stun all enemies. Attacks effective against all types when facing only one enemy at the start of turn. Reduce damage received by 30% when facing 2 or more enemies at the start of turn. He gets an additional attack and defense 50% and a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy when performing a super. Performs a crit if the enemy is stunned. He gets an additional attack and defense 111% and perform a crit when there's a Universal Survival Saga or Tournament Participant category enemy. That is it. That's all they gave STR Jiren. Like, I feel like they probably didn't give him too much because there's probably another Jiren around the corner. Like, either gonna get like maybe the TEQ LR is gonna get a really good like awakening, or I mean like a really good Easy A or something, or maybe they just have another like Jiren coming up that they just didn't want to give this one too much. So yeah, he's not the greatest. STR Frost, he got his Easy A or sub Easy A. they really didn't give him much either. Like, they didn't give much to any of these units. Frost is key +3 and launch an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super and a high chance of performing a crit for 6 turns from the character's entry. Attack and defense 160% and an additional attack 180%, defense 120%, with a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy when performing a super. That's literally it. They didn't give him anything else. So they raised the stats and gave him an extra line in his passive. So this Frost is just a dud, honestly. I think the best one out of the batch is probably this Bodamagetta, because he does raise defense by 30% for 6 turns after he supers. Then on top of that, he gets key +3, attack and defense 160%. Gets an additional defense plus 10% per Universe 6 category ally on the team, up to 60%. Guards all attacks when there's another Universe 6 category ally attacking in the same turn, or when HP is 80% or less at the start of turn. And he's got a medium chance of launching an additional super within the same turn, plus an additional attack and defense 60% for 3 turns after receiving an attack. So I'd say from the entire batch of the 4 Easy A's, this Bodamagetta is actually the best one. And then Champa, they made him a Universe 6 category, key 3, 130%, just because he's a banner unit. Greatly raises defense for a turn, supreme damage to the enemy, greatly lowers defense. He gets defense plus 160%, plus an additional defense 120% when attacking. He's a Universe 6 category allies, key 2, attack and defense 40% support unit, plus an additional attack and defense 20% when HP is 60% or less at the start of turn. He's got a high chance of attack plus 400%, so you're rolling at the chance of that. Medium chance of an additional attack plus 600%. Again, you're rolling all these, and he's got a rare chance of performing a crit. Like, they just put way too much RNG into his passive to make him really useful, just because he's got a rare chance to crit, which is really low. He's got a medium chance of of an additional attack of plus 600%. And he's got a high chance of an attack plus 400%. So you could get unlucky and roll none of these 3 right here, and he's just below average. So Champa could have been better. And then let's see here. So we got LR TEQ RIBRIANNE, of course. So she is special pose or power wishes category, key 4, 150%. Obviously she's a yellow coin LR. On her 12 key, she raises attack and defense for a turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy. On her 18 key, she greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. Her passive, she activates the entrance animation, changes STR, AGL, and physical key spheres to TEQ for 1 turn from the character's entry, and key +3 for 3 turns from the character's entry when there's another 2 or more tournament participants category allies on the team. So, I mean, it is good that she's getting the that she's changing orbs to TEQ type. Kind of helps with getting her supers off. She gets key +3, attack and defense 122%. She changes STR key spheres to TEQ. She gets a medium chance of changing AGL to TEQ, and another medium chance of changing physical to TEQ. And then launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super if HP is 66% or more when attacking. She launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack when there's another Universal Survival Saga category ally attacking the same turn, or a Universal Survival Saga category enemy. She gets an additional attack and defense 122% and reduces damage received by 22% when attacking, plus an additional key +2 with 2 or more type key spheres obtained. And she gets a chance of performing a crit plus 22% for every 2 key spheres obtained, up to 66%. So I mean, you pretty much just want to get like, if you just get 6 key spheres with her, you'll get the 66% crit. So, or 66% chance to crit, I guess I should say. So that's kind of like the only reason why she's a orb changer. It's also weird because she doesn't gain anything. She doesn't gain extra attack or defense per orb. The only thing that you get with that is just you get an additional key +2 with 2 or more tech type, or with 2 or more type key spheres obtained, and you get the up to a 66% chance to crit. So it's just she's just a weird design. She turns into giant form for 2 turns. Can be activated when HP is 66% or less with another Power of Wishes category ally attacking in the same turn, or from the 6th turn from the start of battle, once only. And then when she transforms into her giant form, her 12 key causes destructive damage to the enemy. Her 18 greatly raises attack temporarily and causes destructive damage to the enemy. And then for her passive, she receives an additional key +2 per key sphere obtained, changes STR key spheres to TEQ, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, STR and TEQ excluded, to rainbow, and gets a high chance to perform a crit. So, LR RIBRIANNE is a big skip. Big skip. Like, I would not suggest summoning for RIBRIANNE. Save your stones. We got way better banners coming up, so just skip this one altogether. Other than that, we can kind of go over the World Tournament Awakening units real quick. So the the Int Super Saiyan Bardock, he's getting his easy A. He greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy as Steel Supers. He gets key +2, attack and defense 130%, gets an additional attack and defense 100% when performing a super. Gets an additional key +3, attack and defense 70%, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when facing only 1 enemy. High chance of evading enemies' attacks, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super when there's a Wicked Bloodline category enemy. So he's good against pretty much Friezas or Coolers is your best bet to run him. Who else we got? We got TEQ Turles. He is raising attack for 1 turn on his super. It's causes supreme damage, gets a high chance to stun the enemy, so it's a 50% chance. He gets attack and defense 150%, all enemies attack -20, so he's a debuffing unit. Key +3, additional attack and defense 60%, launches an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super for 7 turns from the character's entry turn. Gets an additional key +1 up to 3, and attack and defense +20% up to 100% with each attack performed. And it gets a high chance of performing a crit when the enemy is stunned. So you kind of want to go additional on this guy because you want him to stun, and then you want him to get his additional, so he gets that extra, gets the high chance to perform a crit. Physical Kami. Oh boy. Okay, so Physical Kami. On his super, he causes supreme damage to the enemy, lowers attack, greatly lowers defense. He is getting, in his passive, attack and defense 100%, plus an additional attack 100% when performing a super. All allies key +2, attack and defense 25%, plus an additional key +1, attack and defense 10%, for Earthbred Fighters or Gifted Warrior category allies. So he is actually a pretty decent support unit for Earthbred Fighters or Gifted Warriors. He gets a medium chance of evading enemies' attacks. Only a medium chance. He gets an additional chance of evading enemies' attacks, including supers, plus 30% before attacking. So you can take the chance of putting him in like slot 1 essentially, but good luck. And he recovers 50% HP when HP is 30% or less at the start of character's attacking turn once only. Yeah, that Kami Other than running him as like a support unit, he's not good. Then we got LR, Tien, and Chaozu. So he becomes a all types key +3 attack and defense 120%. This is actually a really good leader skill for the support memory missions, like when you do those. So he's actually not a bad leader to use there. On his 12 key, raises defense for a turn, causes colossal damage, and has a medium chance of stunning. And then on his 18 key, he raises defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage, and gets a high chance of stunning the enemy. And then passive gets key +2 attack and defense 100%, plus an additional key +1 with each attack performed up to 5, plus an additional key +3 and a medium chance of performing a crit when there's another Bond of Friendship category ally attacking the same turn. Gets an additional attack and defense 50% when key is 14 or more, plus an additional attack and defense 100% when key is 16 or more. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super when the key is 18 or more, and a chance of performing a crit plus 20%, and seals the attacked enemy when key is 20 or more. So honestly, with this guy, if you can just get a 24 key with him, you're going to get all of this right here just activated. So you'll get the extra 50% attack and defense, the extra 100% attack and defense. You'll launch an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super, and you'll get the chance of performing a crit 20% and seal the enemy if you can get at least 20 key. So again, they're not a terrible unit. Like I said, I really like using them in the support memories runs, just because they're an all types leader and you're not stuck to just a Vegito Blue who is just a super class only. So I've found them to be actually really useful for like the free to play side. And then we got this physical Super Boo. He raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage to the enemy, lowers attack. He gets key +2 attack and defense 150%. He gets an additional attack and defense 15% with each attack received, up to 75%. This is the problem, is he's got to get hit a lot. I mean, he's got to get hit 5 times, but still, like, you don't want you to have to get hit 5 times, especially with how difficult the events are getting. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, physical excluded, to rainbow at the start of character's attacking turn, from the character's attacking turn, starting from the turn in which the character receives the 5th attack in battle. So he needs to get hit 5 times before he can randomly change key spheres to rainbow. And then plus an additional attack and defense 10%, or plus 10%, and recovers 10,000 HP per key sphere obtained. So this actually is not terrible right here, especially like the healing that you can get. He's not terrible, but just like Majin Power is really not in a great spot right now. So maybe whenever they get a couple more buffs, maybe like whenever LR Boo tanks, whenever he gets his EZA, maybe he'll be a little bit better. Maybe we can get like a new Buhan. Just some stuff, maybe an LR Kid Boo. Like, we just need a lot of help to get Super Boo, or to get this Boo into a better spot. And last but not least, we got the Awakening for AGL Piccolo Jr. He greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, and gets a high chance of stunning the enemy. Then in his passive, he gets key +2 attack and defense 150%. He gets an additional key +2 and attack and defense 150% when there's a Turtle School category enemy. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super when the target enemy is in attack down status, in defense status, or stunned. Stuns the attacked enemy for 2 turns, plus an additional attack 200% when performing a super starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry. Seals the attacked enemy's super for 2 turns, plus an additional attack 150% when performing a super starting from the 6th turn from the character's entry. And then an additional attack 100% when performing a super starting from the 9th turn from the character's entry. I mean, if you're getting to the 9th turn, you've already gone pretty far into a fight. So you probably won't honestly get this right here a lot of times. You'll probably be able to get the sealing, and you'll definitely get the stunning at least, but I don't think you're getting that additional attack 100%, you know, getting all the way down here. So, I mean, he can do a decent amount of damage, but unless you're really going up against like a turtle school enemy where he gets that additional 150% attack and defense, he's just kind of mediocre, middle of the pack type of unit. So there you guys go. There was the data download that we got over here on global. Like I said, LR RIBRIANNE is going to be the next unit that's coming. Let me know if you guys are excited to be summoning for her, and hopefully you guys are not summoning for her and you guys are just skipping her banner altogether and saving for whatever's coming next. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys will be summoning or if you guys are just going to skip her banner altogether. And if you guys did enjoy the video, consider hitting that like button, and if you are new here, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.